Good morning, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. It's Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. on August 13th, 2024. So we are going to stamp together. Hello, Corinne. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. We are going to stamp together. We're going to do a little housekeeping first, and then I have 5 projects for you this morning. Hey, Debbie. Good morning to you too, my friend. Okay, so if you do not follow me, you're going, what are these 5 cards laying here? No, these are not the cards we're making today, but these are my just cards for the month of August. Every month I do a 5-card class that you can earn for free with a minimum $45 product purchase on my website using the monthly host code, which is right here. This is my website, and then there's my monthly host code. Place a $45 minimum product order before shipping and tax. You'll get the card class for free. When your order hits $60 in product, you're also going to get a free pack of the Bloomin Pearls, which are so pretty. We've got garden green, pretty peacock. I can't remember what that pink is, but there's a pink and then gold on there as well. So you get that when your order hits $60. There's an in-person class if you're local to me that you can come to, or you can do a porch pickup if you're not available at that date and time. And if we are mailing the card kits to you, then we do ask for $4 postage just to help cover the postage of $4. So you can also purchase the class outright for $20. The $4 postage would still apply if we're mailing it, and get them that way as well. They also come with a PDF, so that helps you put the card kit together. All embossing, all die cutting is done for you. They're really designed so that all you need to do is add a greeting. All right, so there's that. And then just a couple reminders. We have our designer series paper sale happening. It's 15% off the 12x12 and 6x6 designer series papers that are in the annual catalog. So this does not include anything that is exclusively in our online store exclusive section, but it does include, I think there's what, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 14 papers that are on sale. None of the specialty papers are included in this offering. It is strictly the designer series papers, but the Beautiful Thoughtful Journeys included, the Unbounded Love, the Winter Meadow, which I do think is sold out right now, but it's supposed to be back before the end of the month. So keep your eye out if that was one that you were looking for. Okay, so don't forget about this. At the same time, you're not forgetting about this and you're placing your order for paper. Good morning, Deborah. Don't forget, if you have coupons that you earned last month, $5 coupons, to redeem them on your order this month. And you do not have to have a $50 order to redeem your coupon. You can redeem your coupon on any size order, but you don't want to lose those free $5. I had a customer last night and she was like, oh, I don't know. I don't have them. I'm not worried about it. And I was able to call Stamping Up and get them for her. Which was good because she had $25 in coupons. So it was definitely worth that phone call, right? And then a couple of things, if you like quick and fun, our kits are perfect for that. This haunted house kit, I have not heard anybody say it was difficult or they didn't enjoy putting it together. I even saw someone this morning had converted it into a Christmas house. So the haunted house kit is available right now in the online store in the kit collection section. It's only $18 and you get to make this really fun Halloween project, or grab 2 and turn one into a Christmas house, as somebody did this morning. And then the other kit that was released this month is the Christmas Wishes kit. Quick, easy Christmas cards. If you're in a pinch and you need to add a few extra cards, this might be your best friend at the end of the day, right? All right, and then the last thing to cover before we jump in is these were the pretty cards that we made together last time. This was with the Seaside Wishes bundle. I love seashells, so these were fun cards for me to create. And the winner of these is Deborah Mackey. So Deborah, congratulations. And my goal is to do mailings today. So if you're waiting on something from me, they're supposedly going out in the mail. Well, they won't go out today, they'll go out tomorrow. But we will be getting all that stuff gathered up and addressed and sent out for you all. So thanks, Deborah, for watching and commenting. All right, so today we are playing with Frames and Flowers specialty paper. This is not included in the sale, sadly, but this pack of paper has 3 different designer paper sheets, right? I'm going to try to do this without destroying it. So we have this pattern, and then on the back, this cute pattern. I love the greenery, right? And then a really pretty Lost Lagoon watercolor wash almost. But then the best thing is there are these 3 sheets of die cuts already done for you. So there's one. I think there's 3. There might only be 2 sheets. No, there's 3. And then this is the other designer series pattern. And then, yeah, I really don't want them to fall out. So you can see all the fun die cuts that you're going to get. This is fabulous. This makes for quick cards that you can put together very easily. There's the other patterns. Some there's 2 of, some there's only 1 of. So in reality, with this kit, you're going to get the card bases and layers, etc., to make 10 cards, because I'm going to show you the ones I made, and then the ones that I'm going to demonstrate for you are just a little bit different because we didn't have a double of that particular die cut, right? Okay. And then you're also going to receive, again, I must have loved these pearls when I was designing last month. You are welcome, Deborah. Good morning, Carol. You're going to get a full pack of the Bloomin Pearls, and you're going to get a full roll of the Petal Pink Diagonal Stripe ribbon in your kit. So the kit is $35. This is what I call my creativity delivered class. I do one every month. Typically they stay in the $30 to $35 range. You get, a lot of product in there. Minimally $25 of it is product. And then you get a PDF, you get the designing done for you. There's this video that you can come back and watch when you're putting the projects together if you have questions. So if you're interested in that, you will find the registration below in the description of the video, and you can sign up for that. Again, it's $35. There's a $9 postage charge to get it mailed if you're a long distance from me, or again, you can do a porch pickup. There is no in-person class for the creativity delivered. The other registration you'll find underneath is I have my paper share open for the mini catalog, and the papers in there are beautiful. If you watched my live Sunday night over on Facebook, you saw quite a few of them. I shared those in my pre-order. You can register for that. It's $48, $9 postage if you're long distance. And you get 6x6 packages of the different papers, 2 of each design. So you have a front and a back. You don't have to decide, right? And they're labeled with the information as far as what size the pack is, the item number, the cost when you want to reorder, as well as the coordinating colors. So make sure you're checking that out, and you can register for that as well. All right, that's it for housekeeping. Ooh, that was a lot. Let's talk about some of these pretty cards. So this is the first one that we're going to do. And the color combinations in this pack are fabulous. Obviously, you see Calypso Coral in there. We also have Early Espresso Garden Green, the Granny Apple Green, the Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Petal Pink, Pretty Peacock, Pumpkin Pie, Shaded Spruce, and Soft Seafoam. So full of colors that just coordinate beautifully together. But again, these are quick and easy. These are cards that you are not going to stress over. These are cards that you can do pretty much anywhere, as long as you have a surface to work on, right? So Garden Green is our card base. And then I did cut one of the designer series. I'm going to take to cover that side up because I think that's so pretty. But I need something to put our focal point on. And this would be just a little too busy. I think you'd lose the wreath in it. So we've got a layer of Petal Pink here. It doesn't get much simpler if you really enjoy simple stamping than using the frames and flowers. And the exciting thing is that we also have another package like this coming up in the mini catalog, and it's focused on Christmas. So we'll definitely be doing a Christmas card class with that one. So we're just going to put some of that diagonal ribbon around here as soon as my fingers start doing what I want them to do instead of what they think they want to do. I have my snips. I always run my adhesive over the ends to help make sure they stay in place. You can also use Scotch tape. I've even seen people just use tear and tape as a one-sided tape to do that. So we're going to layer these on here. And then I cheated and I pre-tied my bow. So let me grab my glue dots. I usually do the ribbon and everything at the end, but today I'm doing it first. Go figure. It's Mix It Up Tuesday, apparently. Oh my goodness. All right, so there's our ribbon accent. Now I have this, I think it's a 2 3/8 inch circle that I punched out. We're gonna grab some Granny Apple Green. Pop this thank you on here. Now that really looks like garden green to me, but it definitely says Granny Apple Green. It'll work because garden green is in there, but that was not the color that I thought it was going to come out to look like. Interesting. I wonder if somehow it got re-inked with the wrong ink. All right, I'm going to put that right in the center. And then we're going to bring our wreath in. And we are going to, I'm going to drop that just a little bit. We are going to mount the wreath with dimensionals. Just to give some depth down into our greeting. Does anybody have the Frames and Flowers kit? Specialty paper? It's also great for scrapbooking. If you're a scrapbooker, oh my goodness, all those die cuts, you've got lots of frames that you can use around your pictures. You've got all kinds of little accent pieces that you can add in. And especially, like I have a lot of friends that love flowers and they do beautiful gardens. So yeah, I mean, this would be a perfect opportunity to use in your scrapbook. And then I'm going to grab, let's see if Pretty Peacock comes out the color we expect. You never know. That's the joy of lives, right? Oops, let's not stamp it upside down. That's crooked. So it did look like a Pretty Peacock though, didn't it? There we go. So I didn't have to die cut the wreath. I didn't have to stamp or color the wreath. And just that quick. And you could actually add another die cut on the inside of that if you wanted to. And that would be cool, just to bring that color in as well. I have an open pack of the pearls, so I'm going to grab those. This is something great if you're going on a vacation and you want to take a little bit of something along with you. You can grab the coordinating inks and cardstocks, and you don't really even need a whole lot of stamps, just a greeting set, right? We are going to use the gold Bloomin Pearls on this, and I'm going to put a large, and then just like that. And there we go. That's our first card done. Okay. So very nice thank you card. That color is coming up. This one might not have been as inked as this one, but it is coming up more to the garden, or the Granny Apple Green is what I expected. And by the way, the I Appreciate You stamp came out of Thoughtful Wishes. It's a great set. And then the Something Fancy, which is a staple in my studio, the thank you came from Something Fancy. So if you were wondering where those came from, but you can substitute any greetings. That's the cool thing about this particular class, is that you don't need the set or sets that I use, because you can substitute whatever greetings you have on hand. because for the most part, everything is a greeting here. All right, how about this pretty card? Pumpkin pie for this one. Okay. And this is the die cut. Now there were two of those. So this card is going to be pretty much the same, except I'm going to mix up the designer paper squares. We've got thick basic white as our card base. That right there, so it doesn't get lost on my table, right? And then we're going to grab some Lost Lagoon and some Pretty Peacock. Love this color combination. We'll go ahead and mount those. And then we have our basic white. And we're going to go ahead and layer our pieces here. So we're going to lay these out and see what color combinations we can come up with. That will work on here nicely. Well, look, we already have this one, so we're going to just go ahead and pop him down there. And maybe even pop this one beside it. I do need a neutral. Oh, look, picked it up first thing. If they have an orientation, you might want to make sure that they're going in the correct direction. This one has some peach in it, so we're going to pull that one down here. And then, or not. I think we're going to put one of these up here because we want some peach up there as well. So play with your patterns that you cut and make sure you've got what you want. All right, I think that's going to work. We're going to lay these down. Ideally straighter than I have them just kind of laying there, right? Oh, thanks, guys. It really is a fun pack. We're leaving just a little gap, about 1/8 of an inch, in between our pieces. Grab my silicone pad so I don't put adhesive on my desktop. I hate to cover up that cute little calypso pattern. I think I put that one up too high. Let's give that a little less gap. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going to stamp in the bottom right corner. Hope you're feeling better soon. You got one chance at that, right? Fortunately, I got it, and I'm sorry, I'm off camera, and I did it straight. Yes, there you go. Now, where's our die cut? We are going to sneak this in here right under. I left no adhesive in that top right corner, so we could sneak our die cut in there because we don't want the stem to overlap it, right? Yeah, I really zoomed in this morning. It's so funny. I don't really understand how Zoom operates because I try zooming in on Facebook and I can't get anywhere near this level of closeness, if you will. But here, man, it brings me way in. But that's okay. And we have a piece of pumpkin pie, oops, that we are going to use the cane embossing folder on. If you like a lot of pattern in your background, but more not a picture pattern, for instance, but just a neutral pattern, The cane embossing folder is fabulous. It is a 3D folder. So it's just your platform, your folder, and your specialty plate, which is either going to be the gray plate number 4, or if you still have some of the plates from the older die cutting system, then it's going to be the blue acrylic plate. All right. There we go. I'm just going to mount this flat. You could absolutely put dimensionals under it if you wished. And then on the inside, I did hearts and prayers, and I just stayed with the pumpkin for that. There we go. Again, you could add an additional die cut on the inside if you would like to. Hey, Sharon, thank you. There we go. That is project number 2. Okay. So as I said, you're getting 5 cards, actually 10, because that one was pretty much identical with the exception of the patterns in the designer series paper are a little bit different, right? This one was identical. No, actually those wreaths are different. So that's why you're getting the supplies to make 10 cards, because your wreaths are going to be different, or some of your die cuts are going to be different. So we're going to do this one next. Lost Lagoon for our card base. And then we're going to bring in, oh, I am missing a layer of Petal Pink. We're going to emboss this piece with the Fern embossing folder. Remember, when you get the kits, the embossing will be done for you. So you don't have to worry if you don't have that particular embossing folder. And obviously you could substitute something else if the kit didn't come with the embossing done, but this does. So what you're seeing is that your feature image, i.e. the die cuts, may be a little bit different, but your bases and everything else will be the same. So here we use this one. There, this time we're going to use this piece. These are all just layered together. This would make a great gift as well. You could do 2 sets of 5 cards each. Or if you really like somebody, you could give them the whole kit and caboodle, right? All 10. But what a nice gift this would be. Look, I know I had that ribbon. Hey, Donna, good to see you. This is the kit that you signed up for, Donna. So we're going to bring this across. Tape down our ends. And mount that. Ideally centered. Then I have a square. I have my bow tie too, so we'll put that on in a minute. Then I have a square that I'm just going to cut on the diagonal. I'm going to cut it this way so that the image is going in the right orientation. Oh, but we used my paper trimmer last night. Let me grab my paper trimmer. I had class here last night. My stamp club met. And I also grabbed my Petal Pink cardstock so we can get that piece that we need. So we're going to cut this on the diagonal. Again, paying attention to the orientation. And I've got my points lined up in the cutting track. There we go. And then we'll put this piece down here in the corner. Bring in my silicone pad again. I do really like that. I mean, I know it's just Lost Lagoon color on the back, but it's got some shadowing in it, I guess, which just makes it really pretty. There we go. Do that again for the top. If you don't have a silicone pad in your studio, I highly recommend them. They come in really handy for all kinds of things. All right, we're going to cut that piece of Petal Pink. So we have that layer as well. And I'm really hoping my ruler did not leave. It did not. Okay. 3 7/8. Okay, Donna or Deborah, if you would register, there's a registration link in the description of the video. If you can do that, if not, just let me know and I'll get you registered, okay? That is, at this point, that is the only way I can remain sane. Because it automatically records everybody for me and then I can print a list out when the registration closes and I don't miss anybody. But thank you very much. And if you can't, let me know and I can do it for you, okay? All right, so we have that. We're going to bring in our focal image. Just make sure you get the one for the class because there's 2 registrations. One's for the class and one's for my paper share. There's my glue dots. Bow on there. This on our card front. Like I said, I do a creativity every month. Creativity delivered is what I call it. And sometimes there's fun folds in. This is just a real nice, clean, simple class. I'm going to take this strip of the designer series paper and just mount it to the inside white. And I'm not going to, this one has no greeting on it so that you can customize it to whatever you need. Sometimes we have all these cards and we just don't have the right card for the situation, right? So this way you have a blank card. You'll actually have 2 that you can customize to whatever the occasion is that you need. Or maybe you just want to be able to write a nice note to a friend, right? And there we go. We're going to add a little bling. Got to have our bling. I'm going to assume this pink is Petal Pink, but I don't know. It's bright. I like it. There. And you'll have lots of gems left over to do fun things with as well. So you'll have some paper, you'll have lots of die cuts, you'll have gems, you'll have lots of ribbon left over. All right, so there's project number 3. And I got, what did I get? Oh, this card that we did, the pumpkin one, that I use So Sincere. And again, you notice so far the only thing you need is greetings. There's no imagery here because we're letting the die cuts do all that work for us. How about a happy birthday card? So this one, we're going to use Calypso Coral and Garden Green. Again, don't have all, I mean, you heard me rattle off all the colors that come or that are part of the kit, right? So if you don't happen to have one of the ink colors that I'm using, you can absolutely substitute whatever you have. Got a layer of garden green. I don't know what I was doing when I created these cards, but all right, we're going to go ahead and stamp the happy birthday, and then I'm going to find that pattern. Oh, that's actually a die cut. That might have been the challenge on that one for me. All right, let's go ahead and stamp. So this happy birthday is going to be a little bit different than that happy birthday. At the time that I created these projects, okay, there we go. It looks very similar, however, doesn't it? At the time I created the projects, my happy birthday for my Simply Said, which is where that came from, had disappeared. So I had to order another set. This, I had to use 2 stamp sets to get a happy birthday because I wanted that long happy birthday. So I recommend Simply Said. It's got really nice, great standard greetings. It's got some scripty font as well as just bold print. It's towards the front of the catalog in where some of the, pre-cut card bases and all of that are. But it's a really handy stamp set to have around. All right, let me grab, see if I can find that die cut out of this pack that I have here. I tried to keep everything so intact, and I'm going to cut it all up here. Not cut it up, but pull it apart. See, they really just pop right out for you too. So no worries about that. Maybe it was a, no, there we go. There it is. And I think it's this one, right? So you will only have one of these. So let's do it with a different one. Let's do it with, what do you think? Either the bottom one here, so since you're only going to have one, I want to give you the 2 options. So you could do that one, or you can do that one, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think I kind of like that one. What do you guys think? Yeah, we're going to go with that one. And then you have this really long strip in here that you can cut apart. Now here, the center does pop out. So if you were scrapbooking with it, you would be able to pop the center out and use it as a frame around a picture. But I want to keep that center in. So I'm being real gentle as I pull it out. Okay. All right. And the only reason we did that is because when you get your kit, there's only one of this frame. And I wanted to show you what it would look like with a different frame. So we're going to be careful when we put our adhesive on here that we go down over this. We're going to pop up our spray. I even lost that little blue thing my girlfriend gave me. I have to find that because I always have dimensional backings everywhere. Even the cats run around wearing the dimensional backings. It's ridiculous. And then this is going to go on flat. This is our greeting. You could also opt to just cut a layer of designer paper from the pack instead of using the frame like I did. You just need to get something in the center there so that your spray pops, right? And actually, I'm going to move this up because it's fairly close to the spray. There we go. And we'll grab some pearls, and we're going to use Pretty Peacock for this. And just add them as accents to the front. And then on my inside piece, And always look at your card. I've actually started putting it in my PDFs, which orientation to stamp. Your cardstock in. So garden green for our greeting. Hope your birthday is wonderful. Comes from Hooray for Surprises. And you'll see I did a little bit different. I kept it up here in the top left corner so that I can add a die cut, as we've been talking about. I will take care of it, Donna, since you already paid me. I mean, if you want to, that would be great. But I do have you on my radar to get that done. So entirely up to you. If you do it, I'll see it come through and I'll know that I've got you. Otherwise, I'll take care of it. There we go. Which one do you like better? Since we have a more significant difference there than we've had on some of the others. We still have one more. How about that? Like I said, 10 cards for this class. Do you like the left or the right? Okay, moving on to our last one. Soft sea foam is our card base for this one. With a layer of Lost Lagoon and then a small layer of basic white. We've got our designer series paper here. I'm going to add some adhesive. I'm not really sure there's an orientation to that pattern, but just to be safe, I'll take a look. You like the right one better? Good. We're going to add that strip of cardstock behind there so that we just have a little color break on your basic white. Now, before we mount that, so this is a different die, right? This one was just a spray of greenery that I punched out the 3 little flowers and added them. This one already comes all together. So we're going to add that up here in the corner. And then this is going to come down here. So instead of ribbon, we're just using the cardstock. That's if I could pick it up. And then I have For You from Layering Leaves. Grab the pumpkin pie. I think this is pumpkin pie. I'm about to find out. This and Calypso Coral is one of my challenges in being able to see which is which. So hopefully, oh no, they both ran out on me. The other one's dead too. Hey, Tammy, thank you. Nice to see you. More color on the one on the right. And see, somebody else likes the left, the one on the right. See, that's why we have options. Everybody likes something a little different, right? All right. And we're back in business. This is this is a fun one to do. It really is. Ooh. And that's why you're very careful when you pull your seal, because man, did I just take off some cardstock. As well as probably mess up my seal, but that's all right. I can fix that later. But I have to get the cardstock off my fingers now. or not. Make sure our card is opening on the right side. Anybody ever do that? Put the whole card together, look at it, you're so happy with it, you think, oh, that's beautiful, and then you try to open it, and it doesn't open because you put it on the wrong side. And I think on the inside, we're also using layering leaves. This is one of my core greeting sets too. I don't know if I've ever used anything but the speckle out of there, but I use those greetings all the time. I was very happy when that one carried over. Sorry, I'm still trying to get cardstock off my finger. There's no arguing that that seal is sticky. I think I did it in Lost Lagoon. I did. Not Lost Lagoon, Paper Pumpkin Pie. Oh boy. All right. Yeah, I did screw this one up. And sadly, see if I can bring it back to life. I don't think I can. We'll give it one shot and then I'll grab another one. I only need you to work with me long enough to get this piece on. There we go. That's it. Then we're done. All right. And since we have the little gems in the center of those flowers, these flowers are smaller. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the small gold and still get some accent going on here in the center of our flowers. There we go. There is the last project. Again, this is the Frames and Flowers Creativity Delivered class for August. Let me pull the other ones back in. You get the supplies to make 10 cards plus lots and lots of extras. I love layering leaves. You've never done that. I'm so impressed. All right, so there's that one. Again, you're getting 10. You're going to have two different, similar but different style card or different accent images or however. Here's the other one. Again, the die cuts are different. Designer paper remains the same. The base layers all remain the same for you. You get the roll of the pink diagonal striped ribbon. You get a full package of the Bloomin Pearls, and of course you get a full package of the Frames and Flowers specialty paper. What do you think, guys? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the class. This one was a fun one to create and put together. And like I said, so much of this can be used in scrapbooking as well. So if you're a scrapbooker, make sure you check that kit out. Also check out the one that will be coming in the mini catalog. It is adorable, and we'll definitely be doing Christmas cards with that. I will be live Sunday night over on my Facebook page, Lori Staley, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, at 8 o'clock with some fun projects. I think we're going to do the Just Cards class on Sunday night. It must be class week, right? And then I'll be back here next Tuesday morning at 10 with some more fabulous cards to share with you. Have a great week. Be safe, and thanks so much. If you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the class. And if you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button. Those actions, as well as your comments, not only let YouTube know that you like what you're seeing, but it will get you entered into a drawing for something fabulous. I don't give away the cards that are from a paid class, but I'll have some fun product for you as the giveaway next week. Have a great one, guys. Thanks again. Bye.